All right, welcome back. We're going to do a bit of an update on this guitar, the Bigsby BY50 I'm building for Dan Willinger. And what you're looking at here is one application and brushed on of the Clean Armor. It's the Classical Instrument 830 buffable UV curing finish in gloss, as you can tell. And what we're looking at is a book matched quilted maple top. I've hit it with an orange shellac dye by Color Effects, and I sand that back with 220, and then once that's dry, or once that's done, I hit it with the amber, and when that's done, I apply the Clean Armor. Now this has been brushed on. I'll do this coat, I'll scuff it, I may do another one, or I'll go directly to spraying. I'm just kind of wanting to play with it with the brush, kind of lay it down, get a sense of how it flows and whatnot. So this has been sitting for half an hour as I've been redoing this video over and over again because I just wasn't happy with it. So it does self-level, and it doesn't cure until you add a UV light. That's what's great about it. You could sit, and if there's an area that needs attention, whether it's a drip or a run, or there's something that has gotten into it, you can deal with that before you cure it. Because once it's cured and you've left something in there, it's in there. And the only way to get it out is by sanding it down and removing it and then going right back. So this is ready for curing. We're looking at a 2 to 3 minute cure time. If there was a pigment in here or a dye that was added to the Clean Armor, you would need to extend that cure time because that gets in the way of the curing of the straight Clean Armor. So really excited about this product. I've been playing with it on little pieces, and it is like virtually indestructible. I can't scratch it with the life of me, and lots of pressure with my fingernails. I can't get anything. It leaves a bit of a rub, and you wipe it away and it's nothing. And that's really great. So you're looking at guitars, with a lot of the pick swipes and the finish, not going to be an issue. And so it'll really keep your finish really pristine, and will likely not need very much upkeep other than, your typical wiping with a guitar freshener or guitar cleaning product. So I'm really, really happy with it. And yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull the light and we're going to start her up. Now I'm using a light that came from Amazon, and I think it was about a $60 or $50 light that is compatible with the UV range that cures the Clean Armor. So we're going to let that kind of do its thing, and then we'll come back. All right, we're back, and it's been about half an hour. I've hit it once with the 800. I had a couple edges that I had to deal with in here, one in here, and down in the horn. And I think that was because the grain was a lot more open. But as far as repair aspects of this product goes, fantastic. It's seamless. You cannot see where the repair was done. There's no witness line. So right now I'm just going over it again with 1000. I'm just doing it by hand. I do have an orbital. There's something about, I find I have a little more control when I'm doing it by hand, and you can see how wonderfully this stuff powders up. This stuff sands so nice, and I'm just getting it prepared for the spray session that I'll be doing. This will not need another coat after I spray it, and that will just be 2 coats of finish on this, and then we'll have the depth, the clarity, and the thickness to add that depth to the finish, and it's going to look fantastic. And I'm so excited about it, and can't wait to spray it and see what we come up with. So what I'm going to do next is here's the back. I need to hit it with 220 and give it another hit of the dye. Then I'll be doing the same thing. I'll brush it, kind of hit it, sand it back, because this is raw wood. The Clean Armor is acting as a sealer as well as as a layer, a barrier coat, let's say. Because typically what I would do is if I didn't tint my water-based poly, I would do the dye so that it would soak into the wood. I wouldn't seal it. It would be directly to the raw material. Then I would let it dry, sand it back, and then, you know, do another hit to enhance the figure, the open grain and the tight grain. Usually what you do is a black. If you really want it to stand out, you would do a black, sand it back, then you hit it with the color you want, whether it's a blue or a red or the amber, and it really creates this beautiful 3D effect. In this case, I'm not doing that because we don't want it to be that drastic of a dramatical finish look. We want it to be a little more vintage looking because this is based on a 1948 guitar. So we're going to hit it again, and then we'll do the brushing. I'll go through the same steps, and then we're going to take it to my booth, and then we will do a spray session on the front and the back and see what we come up with. So pretty exciting. I really highly encourage you to follow along as I do these, because this finish has been created specifically for instruments, and I'm a guitar builder, and I want to get the most out of this finish and to show guys and teach guys how to use this stuff. I think it's a real game changer, and it's working great so far. I'm really loving it. All right, just a quick little addition to this video. This has been sanded 800, 1000, 2000, and 3000 with these pads here. I'm not sure what brand they are. And you already have a nice sheen happening. Now, there are some very small spots that are shiny, which represent a low spot. I don't know if you can see them here, but you can already see the reflective nature of the finish on 3000. This will be based on their recommendations when I ask them. This will get wet sanded to 3000, and it'll take it up more before we get into the buffing stages. But I am really happy with how it pulls up the figure, and it looks really great in person. And I am looking forward to showing it off even more. All right, on to the next one.